Hey everyone, Tybrilong here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the biology of Horizon Zero Dawn. This video will be uploading before one of my first series to come up soon here, which will be the Horizon Zero Dawn playthrough. And I played through the game, thought it was amazing, but I never really thought about the biology of how the machines work. So I'm very, very curious about this.
Imagine an ecosystem made entirely of autonomous machines, where every ecological niche is filled by an artificial organism. In the video game Horizon Zero Dawn, a global calamity has led to a version of planet Earth inhabited by animal-mimicking machines, from mighty herbivores to deadly predators. While these synthetic creatures might not be biological, their fascinating interactions, unique behavioral patterns, and hidden intricacies make them worthy of study. The story takes place thousands of years in the future, but a little thing like the flow of time isn't going to stop this archivist from doing his fieldwork. So, for this entry into the archive, I'll lead us on another documentary-style expedition, investigating the artificial biology of these intriguing machines and revealing what animal roles they fill. We'll need, though, to stay alert.
Okay.
Constant dangers in this environment. Now, let's leap forward in time and discover an ecosystem of metal and wire. Beginning in the safety of a region known as the Embrace, we find a picturesque landscape that shows little signs of a planet-wide calamity. Across much of the land, wounds of old have long since healed, although this reborn Earth is much changed from the peak of human civilization. Small populations of human hunter-gatherers still inhabit this land, though most live within meager settlements, ever fearful of the strange metal creatures that roam the woods, whose function they have long forgotten. Setting out into the wilderness, I find that some organic animal life does still persist in the shifting underbrush, but the roles they fill are small and infrequent, for this is no longer their world. Peering out from the grass, I spot a being roughly the size of a horse. Our first machine.
Striders.
This is a strider, a basic type of synthetic creature that fills the function of a herbivore. Like organic herbivores, striders spend much of their time quietly grazing in small herds, moving from one patch of grass to another. Yet what use does a machine have for grass? The answer lies in a small canister located between the strider's haunches. This container is filled with a green liquid called blaze, a type of biofuel synthesized from plants that is foundational to the artificial ecosystem of this world. Striders are machines that convert grass into fuel, much like how a living herbivore essentially uses vegetation to power their bodies.
Well, I remember during the gameplay, you can shoot blaze off of like a good 50 to 75% of the different creatures. So does that mean that most of the creatures in this universe, I guess, do that? Because that's pretty cool.
Striders also bring blaze back to autonomous factories called cauldrons, which continue to repair and replace machines long after being forgotten. Yet this energy source also makes striders a target for human hunter-gatherers. This means that, like most herbivores, a strider's life is one of constant vigilance. When the threat looms, their optical sensors turn an uneasy orange. Skittish by nature, the strider's first instinct when human hunters are near is to run. And like horses, when the herd takes off, they can move with breathtaking speed. With all four legs pumping, they can easily outrun most dangers, only slowing when the coast is clear. Not wanting to disturb these creatures, I try to stay out of sight. But that is easier said than done, for guarding the outskirts of a new type of machine. This is a watcher. They make fieldwork a challenge. These small bipedal beings spend their existence tirelessly patrolling the perimeter of the strider herd, and precious little slips past their optical sensors unnoticed. Animals serving as lookouts isn't unheard of in nature, with the designated sentry a key role in meerkat society. But this sort of coordination between two species, so to speak, is something unique to machines. By warning the striders of imminent danger, watchers are almost like living security cameras.
True.
Living in a sense. And they also play the role of bodyguard. With surprising speed, watchers can launch themselves into a flying kick. It's an impressive, if unwieldy, strategy. Yet watchers will fight to the very end while the strider herd flees, and unfortunately, one has spotted me. Launching into their signature kick, a watcher misses my head and suffers a pretty serious wipeout. Stumbling to their feet, they seem rattled but unharmed. Only their pride is bruised. Not wanting to...
I love this style. It's like a... Oh, crap, what is it? It's like a documentary. It is straight up like a documentary style, like nature documentary. It's actually such a cool way to do it.
To be insensitive, I give my unsuccessful assailant the slip. Going forwards, I'll have to be more careful, as there are far more dangerous things than watchers in this world of machines. To the north of the Embrace, my path takes me to a region strewn with the scars of civilization. The crumbling remnants of buildings have been all but swallowed up by the steady encroachment of nature. Even after 1,000 years, a quiet melancholy still clings to this site. Yet there are machines in this broken, unpredictable landscape. The deer-like grazers are adaptable enough to brave this region. Native to the rolling fields beyond the ruins' outskirts, grazers possess a pair of metallic, antler-like structures that serve a curious function. On the ends of these structures are a set of rotor blades.
I never noticed that.
Grazers use to shred grass and dirt like sentient lawnmowers. With this unusual setup, grazers can consume plant matter faster than any other machine, and like deer, where there is one grazer, there are invariably others. A herd of grazers, with all their heads shoved in the dirt, is an odd sight indeed, yet grazers don't have time to worry about their image. As with 4 canisters of biofuel to fill, they're always on the move. But when
I never actually noticed that those were rotary blades at the top of their heads. And I'm also realizing I never noticed that when they were down low that there was dirt being kicked up in that way. So that is like a full-on like detail about the grazers I never noticed. I'm actually super loving just the insight of this. This is so cool.
Grazer feels threatened. Their antlers have another function. When I move too close to one grazer, the machine takes a fearsome swipe at me, a narrow miss. As lithe herbivore analogs, grazers aren't built for combat, and so this unit scampers away once I stand my ground. Journeying deeper into the city ruins, I find the feeling of desolation grows. In this graveyard of humanity, I sense something is lurking just out of sight. A terrifying machine haunts this landscape.
I fucking hate these guys.
Rippling with
Sawtooths.
muscle, this cat-like hunter is the equivalent of an apex predator in the machine ecosystem. Their metal jaws come equipped with a pair of curved, serrated spikes, which resemble the formidable fangs of the largest saber-toothed cats. There are rumors among the local humans that the cauldrons have been making larger and more dangerous machines in recent years. And looking at the sawtooth, I don't doubt it. A machine this large might not seem capable of great speed, yet when a sawtooth catches a target in the open, they can move with incredible agility. Aside from their fangs, sawtooths also possess claws powerful enough to shred through the metal of these ruins. Trying to fight or run from a sawtooth is futile. The only way I'll live to archive another day is if I avoid the sawtooth altogether. These ruins are their domain now, and the time has come to make my exit. As the machines continue to nurture the ecosystem, nature will eventually reclaim this region entirely, leaving behind no trace of the people who lived here. Even monuments of metal and stone can't last forever. Venturing to the west, I find a vast scrubland baking in the sweltering rays of the rising sun. Yet machines have conquered this unforgiving environment as well, with unique adaptations to brave the arid region. These are longlegs, machines with a tall,
Is that what they're called?
like appearance. Like the ostriches of today, longlegs are stuck on the ground, unable to take flight. Yet through my observations, I found that longlegs have a hidden ability. Mounted on their chest are two bulbous sacs that resemble external lungs.
Okay.
These artificial sacs are, in fact, sonic amplifiers. When a longleg feels threatened, they can unleash a booming, concussive sound wave so powerful it sends particulates flying. For this reason, I'd recommend wearing serious ear protection when observing longlegs up close. Aside from their sound waves, longlegs are also capable of alarming bursts of speed. They'll even leap into astonishing flying kicks, which look both beautiful and frankly absurd. All in all, these unusual machines are better left alone.
UV up? Double down with Kiehl's Better Screen UV Serum SPF 50+, with collagen peptide.
My intuition takes me northwards, where I find a ruined landscape of twisted metal. This rusted necropolis is a vast scrapyard, the skeletal remains of human civilization.
Yep.
A unique kind of machine has come to pick these metal bones clean. Prowling in the shadows of the junkyard are packs of scrappers. Small but deadly, scrappers rule over this ruined kingdom. With their humped...
You know, I don't actually think I fought that many scrappers. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I fought very many scrappers. Actually, a lot of the desert ones, I avoided like the plague because they were pretty tough and I couldn't... By the time I went out to the desert, I was not strong enough to fight them one-on-one, let alone in groups for a while. Like, I think by the time I got to the end, I could have definitely fought most of them. But when I first got to that area, I was nowhere near strong enough, so...
posture and clawed feet, scrappers resemble the skulking forms of hyenas. And like hyenas, scrappers can be uncommonly vicious. Yet there is another side to these seemingly simple terrors. Scrapper jaws are composed of 4 unique circular grinders, but these jaws aren't just for hunting. True to their name, scrappers use their curious mouths to recycle metal resources. In grinding down salvage piles and the bodies of inactive machines, the scrappers gather materials that can be used in the construction of more synthetic life.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
these machines fill a role similar to scavengers in this ecosystem of metal and improve the health of the environment. Yet,
Yeah, so, okay. So do the scrappers bring things, like bring whatever they salvage back to whatever is crafting the machines? Same way that the, what are they called? Same way that the striders bring back those little canisters of the blaze? Because if it's like all the machines are out basically doing maintenance and grabbing materials to bring back to create more of the machines and then to like just keep the cycle going, I love that. That's so cool.
scrappers aren't purely altruistic. If I were to be spotted by one, they would waste no time in trying to recycle me. For any non-machines, this metal cemetery is a dangerous place. Amid the dry badlands, the flow of rivers creates isolated pockets of vegetation, and patrolling the rare wetlands are one-of-a-kind machines. Shell walkers. These scuttling oddities move on 6 stout legs and can brave both wet and dry terrain. And unlike all other types of machines I've observed so far, shell walkers double as transport vehicles, a class dedicated to ferrying materials back to cauldrons. They carry their
Cauldrons, that's what they're called.
hexagonal cargo containers on their back, which they swap regularly. With their ever-changing shells, a shell walker's lifestyle mirrors that of a hermit crab. If you ask me, a futuristic robot converging on a crab makes complete sense, as crabs are the pinnacle of evolution. and shellwalkers will defend their cargo to the end.
Oh, I know.
Front side, shellwalkers possess two powerful arms, one tipped with a formidable claw and the other with a mysterious circular disc. Upon moving closer, I discover this is some form of energy shield generator that the shellwalkers can deploy to protect their left side while they attack with their right. While energy shields are certainly unique to machines, this sort of asymmetrical defensive setup can also be found in the natural world. Fiddler crabs are armed with one claw that is significantly larger than the other, which they—
What the hell? Like on purpose?
significantly larger than the other. Defensive setup can also be found in the natural world. Fiddler crabs are armed with one claw that is significantly larger than the other, which they use to fight over burrows. With their versatile, crab body, shellwalkers are well equipped to traverse this unpredictable world.
Oh, that's so cool.
As I venture into the western wastes, the climate becomes even harsher. Rusting under the afternoon sun are the remains of a great satellite array. Before the world fell to ruin, these dishes might have been for communication, hurtling signals out to the stars. Yet now, these ruins send no messages save a silent reminder that nothing lasts forever. And seemingly on cue, circling overhead are what appear to be a flock of vultures.
I avoided these things so much.
Universal omen of grim tidings. Yet like most creatures in this land, these foragers are made of metal. I've entered into the territory of glinthawks.
Is that what they're called?
Keep a grim vigil over this.
Glinthawks? That's how little I encountered them. I don't even recognize that name. Like, I recognized the Shellwalker name. I really didn't touch them or fight them at all, but I at least recognized it. I recognized the Scrapper, Longleg, Sawtooth, Grazer. I fought a lot of the Striders. I fought pretty much everything but from Striders to, like, the Longlegs. Everything after the Scrapper so far, really didn't touch. And apparently I never fought a Glinthawk, so...
stretch of the Badlands.
Not really.
Their exceptionally keen eyesight means that little slips through this region without their notice. Yet despite their fearsome appearance, Glinthawks play an important role in the machine biosphere. Wherever the carcasses of non-functional machines can be found, a Glinthawk is sure to be nearby, breaking down the metal for resources in a manner similar to a scrapper. Like modern vultures, Glinthawks are obligate scavengers, breaking down the parts others leave behind. It's an unsettling profession, but someone has to do it. As long as the flock is distracted with their salvage duties, I should be able to pass through this area if I do so cautiously. Yet one Glinthawk seems to have grown wise to my presence. In a surprising turn, the metal fiend sends volley after volley of freezing liquid my way. This is actually the Glinthawk's coolant, which they can jettison from their bodies as a kind of chemical defense.
Yeah,
across the desert.
The ice attacks actually surprised me. Because I was spotted by some of those Glinthawks as I was trying to squeeze through areas and go over mountains like an idiot. Because there were times where I was just like, oh, I wonder if I can go this way. And I just I would scale a mountain that I was not supposed to scale. And the Glinthawks tend to sit high up. So I met a few of those Glinthawks face to face. And it surprised me that they would throw ice chunks at me. Like, I was just like, what the hell? I don't think anything I had come across so far had thrown any kind of element at me, unless I'm just not remembering the attacks from things like Striders or Watchers. But I think a lot of them were melee attacks up until I went to that desert area. So seeing ice threw me for a loop.
From their bodies as a kind of chemical defense. Fleeing across the desert, I find that this Glinthawk, thankfully, doesn't seem interested in an extended chase. If I don't wish to be claimed by this land myself, I need to find a way to escape this heat. A cool dip in the water seems promising, except this river is occupied. Swimming just under the surface is a huge snapmaw. These imposing machines
I actually ran into more snap maws than glint hawks, I think. But that's because towards the end of the game, there's more snap maws that I encountered. I also, because I was taking weird roundabout paths, I ran into a lot of water and bodies of water. And I spent a lot of time running away from glint hawks. I couldn't really go around some of the bodies of water, so I encountered them more. And I don't remember anything about these things. Not really.
myself, I need to find a way to escape this heat. A cool dip in the water seems promising, except this river is occupied. Swimming just under the surface is a huge snap maw. These imposing machines are forced to be reckoned with both in water and on land.
I love this style of this video. This is so good.
Everything from their gait to their anatomy to their general behavior closely mirrors that of a crocodile. Yet if the jaws of crocodiles weren't frightening enough, the lower mandible of the snap maw is actually a chainsaw-like blade with a system of small grinders at its base.
Ooh.
If one strays too close to the water's edge, it's over in an instant. Keeping my distance from the riverbank, however, I notice snap maws actually spend most of their time basking in the sun's rays. Like many so-called cold-blooded animals, crocodiles sun themselves to increase their body temperature. Yet what reason might a machine have for regular sunbathing? The answer lies in the row
Solar
of
panels?
solar panels lining
Yeah.
the snap maw's back. This clever energy gathering array means that even when a snap maw seems to be inactive, they are actually gaining the power needed for their daily movements. In this land, even a machine as menacing as a snap maw has hidden intricacies.
That's so cool.
With a swim seeming unwise, I escape the heat with a change in elevation. Throughout the waste, isolated plateaus rise so high their peaks are crowned with snow. In these frigid microclimates, the strange landscapes are home to even stranger machines. Trudging through the snow is a bizarre procession of freeze bellowbacks. These
That's what they're called?
machines
Freeze bellowbacks? I thought they were just called bellowbacks. I didn't know that. Oh, okay. It says the category says bellowback. Okay, interesting.
Procession of freeze bellowbacks. These hardy, slow-moving machines are well acclimated to the world of ice and snow. With their sloped
I think I fought this creature one time, and it was as I was near the end of the game. I was like, am I strong enough to fight this thing? Because these things are huge, and I kind of always avoided, especially these ones, because I was like, I can't fight that thing. It's too big, right? And I think near the end of the game, I challenged one, took it down eventually, but this is my least encountered one, I think, so far.
posture, bellowbacks subtly echo the body plan of theropod dinosaurs like baryonyx. As another type of transport machine, freeze bellowbacks carry large reserves of coolant in hefty cargo sacks on their back, and 4 smaller sacks under their neck. When perturbed, freeze bellowbacks will spray a high-pressure stream of coolant from their nozzle. It's a devastating and effective defense mechanism, even if it looks a bit like sneezing. In these low temperatures, a blast of coolant can be deadly. I think it's best to let the bellowback procession pass on by.
Yeah, probably.
Hiking down to the base of the snowy mesa, I am drawn to the sound of thundering footsteps. Creeping closer, I stumble into the midst of a herd of giants. These are behemoths, beasts that look like they could carry the weight of a mountain or smash their way through one.
I don't know if I recognize this. Behemoths? If I fought behemoths, I don't remember it.
Beasts that look like they could carry the weight of a mountain or smash their way through one. Like the largest rhinos or elephants, behemoths are the megafauna of the environment of machines. The mightiest of the transport class, their belly has a large space into which a circular cargo container is locked into place by clamps. And like all transport machines, behemoths are fiercely protective when it comes to their cargo. In awe, I watch from a distance as a behemoth levitates a ring of boulders using anti-gravity technology.
What
And
the?
slams them down with a force so great it shakes the valley. This mysterious power, made possible through a forgotten technology, makes the behemoths an insurmountable force.
Oh, I definitely.
Use this power to gather minerals and other materials for transport. If I'm spotted, these giants won't hesitate to unleash their crushing force to end my expedition prematurely.
I don't think I fought these things. I think I legitimately never fought one of these things. And if I shot at one, it was because they already saw me and were about to hunt me down and I was trying to slow them down. But I don't think I fought these things. Unless maybe I fought it as a part of lore, like the story. I don't remember this.
Worrying as such an outcome might be, I can't help but stay transfixed by the strength of these beings. In time, however, the convoy lumbers on.
Oh wait, those two packs at the back of the body, it seems a little familiar to me. But I don't remember telekinetic powers. I don't remember them lifting rocks with the power of whatever processor they have inside their bodies. Like I don't remember that at all.
Continuing their steady march across the valley.
Oh, this is such a cool video.
I dare venture, I reach a region where the greatest terror of the machine world dwells. No amount of prior observation prepares me for the sight that is the Thunderjaw.
I fought Thunderjaws.
Advanced weaponry, from tip to tail, the Thunderjaw is a bringer of pure dread. In terms of size and sheer might, they represent a strength not seen in this region since the Tyrannosaurus Rex some 90 million years ago. And unlike most machines, this metal super predator's sole function is combat. From their jaws, an array of cannons bring destruction like the breath of a dragon. On their hips are a pair of disc launchers, which rain down fire and smoke from above. Even without their futuristic weaponry, a Thunderjaw is still more than capable of dispatching any threat, with their massive tail perhaps the greatest weapon of all. The further I stay from this machine, the better. Yet in the glow of the setting sun, even a Thunderjaw can look majestic. Without a visible target, Thunderjaw...
Okay, I'm gonna go back because I want to hear that. But what I actually absolutely love is there's a certain beauty in almost all the machines that they made. They are all so intricate and well designed that there are scenarios where looking at any of them, even the very, very dangerous ones, made me go, my God, look at that thing. Like there was always a point where for every single category of these machines where I would look at them and go, my God, so gorgeous. Look at this. Like, and yeah, there was like infinitely more scenarios where I was like, run for your life. Like just turned around and was like, oh fuck, I gotta get the hell out of here away from that thing. But like, but there's so much beauty in the design of these machines. And I am so jealous of the people who got to design this and then model it and then animate it and rig it and all of that stuff. Oh my God, it just looks so freaking cool. So I'm so jealous. I gotta admit, I'm so jealous.
Even a Thunderjaw can look majestic. Without a visible target, Thunderjaws behave like most any animal, plodding around their environment at a leisurely pace. While I watch the Thunderjaw pass on, I can't help but wonder what this land might be like if machines and humans weren't so diametrically opposed. But my journey is not over yet. At the edge of a shimmering lake, footsteps echo over the water, so loud the entire land seems to tremble in anticipation. Overhead, the largest machine I've ever seen appears to eclipse
tall necks.
the very sun. This moving landmark is a tall neck. They can be found across many different environments, although their numbers are scarce. Unlike every other machine I've documented today, these beings are in no way distrustful of humans. With their silhouette and gait, tallnecks seem somewhere between a giraffe and the largest sauropod dinosaurs. The strange disc that functions like the tallneck's head serves as a communications array, sending information to and from the other machines. In this way, the solitary tallnecks act as the unofficial hubs of the machine ecosystems. It's a vital yet seemingly lonely purpose, as the tallnecks spend their existence walking in an eternal loop, never thanked for their vital contribution to the machine biosphere. Perhaps the tallnecks are oblivious to their surroundings, or perhaps they get lonesome on their isolated march. Though I'm well aware I'm likely projecting my own emotions onto the tallnecks, I decide to stay with the beasts as long as I am able. After all, a path can be less lonely when walked with a friend.
Oh, that's sweet.
There's much we've uncovered about this world of machines, yet many key mysteries remain unsolved. From the dense jungles of the south to the frozen wilds of the far north, there are a whole host of machines I've yet to document, and secrets I've yet to uncover. We'll venture further across the world of Horizon Zero Dawn in Part 2, exploring the more bizarre and more dangerous machines in the lost reaches of the world.
I want to watch Part 2 so bad.
Is at an end. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoy this,
I absolutely enjoyed this entry. If you are not following Curious Archive, you are doing a disservice to YouTube. Go follow Curious Archive, because if this is the quality of video that this person makes for all the games that they play, oh my god. And he even was talking about making a part 2, because I was sitting here going, they haven't even talked about like some of the crazier ones. I want to know about the other ones and what their purpose is. This is so freaking cool. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you know what? Please subscribe to Curious Archive. That was amazing. Wow. Just wow. This game is so much cooler than I remember it being, and I haven't touched the footage for the editing for the game yet. And I recorded it like in February, March. So it's now June. So it has been 3 to 4 months since I even beat the game. And I'm still in awe. I started a new Game Plus file right after I beat it, and I played a little bit, but I need to go back. I need to go back because I was having so much fun in that game, especially with all my super powerful weapons. Giving all those machines a run for their money when they terrorized me on my first playthrough is so satisfying. So satisfying. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call it there. So let me know if you want me to react to part 2. I might record a reaction later on after my playthrough is uploaded. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you return to my channel sometime soon for other videos and other streams I'm going to be doing. And until next time, peace out. It's your Kagebushi, signing off. Bye now.